up, guys? We're going to wait a couple more minutes, and then we'll get started.
Who got in there, Coach?
So we got Mrs. Versace, Rory Renzi for us, and we got Mrs. Lambert, Lars Greenlee.
Hello, everyone.
Galvin Morris. What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in.
All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We're going to start out with just playing catch, okay? Some really important things about playing catch. Make it athletic, right? There's so much that we can do when we're playing catch, and we can make it more beneficial than just getting warmed up. Of course, that's what we're doing. We are warming up, but we can also make it game-like in some situations, right? So we can take ground balls. You can start in a ground ball position, do your shuffles, make your throw. You can play quick catch, which we did a video on. There's a lot that you can do with playing catch. So big first thing, especially at the younger ages, let them be athletic, let them have fun, let them do a lot of things. Coach Schubert, you got anything with that?
No, that's 100% right. I'm big on making sure that when we are playing catch, we're using it for different reasons than just to warm up. Just like Coach said, going through the footwork of routine ground ball, field it, shuffle, throw. Even if they don't roll you a ground ball, just starting with it in your gloves, good. Forehand, backhand, you can even get on the ground, do a diving play, work on getting up quick, okay, making a good throw. Use those throws, use those times for warming up, in addition to also getting extra reps with our ground balls. You can do it for the outfield as well, not just ground balls.
Yeah. So now we'll get into what we have to do when we're fielding. Okay, the first thing that we have to do is get into our ready position. All right, so the first way that I like to do it, I like to go personally my arm side foot, so my right foot because I'm a righty, and then my left foot, and then I like to hop. Okay, I like the hop because it makes me land in a athletic position. Okay, I think the person who made this kind of famous was Dustin Pedroia, second baseman for the Red Sox. Okay, because he jumped super high. I have seen videos of him like jumping really high and landing, and it forced him to land in an athletic position. I don't recommend jumping super high, but if that's what you like to do and you can be on time, which we're about to get into, then that's fine with me. I personally don't really care how you get into your ready position as long as you're ready. So if you're someone who just likes to go right-left, or you're a lefty and you just like to go left-right, that's fine too, as long as you're ready for the baseball. Do you have anything with that?
No, 100% right. Just what Coach is going to get into in a second, the biggest thing you can take away from this is making sure we're doing it on time. So, again, if you take anything away from this portion, we have to do it on time, no matter how you do it. Even if it is as simple as a right-left, we got to be on time with it. That's one of the most important parts of quick reactions, making sure our body is continually moving instead of being stagnant, ball hit, and then starting our momentum again. But Coach will get more into that now.
So I think that being on time is landing. So if I do a jump, I want to land when the ball is crossing the plate or the hitting zone, okay? If you just do a right-left or a left-right, I think that we want the last foot that we do to land when the ball is crossing the hitting zone. So the important thing is that we don't want to be too early to where we go right-left, and we're just waiting, because then our feet get stagnant. Okay, we don't want to be too late, obviously, because then the ball's gonna be hit over there, and I'm still landing, or I'm still trying to get my left foot on the ground. So, on time to me is when the ball is crossing the hitting zone.
Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah. So, now we'll move on to routine ground balls. So ground balls just right at us. Okay. The first thing, again, we have to get into our ready position. We always make the kids get into their ready position even when we're doing just rolls, okay? It's a good habit to get into. So even when you're doing a simple drill, which we'll get into, I would say make them get into their ready position, okay? After that, we're ready, we get into our ready position, the ball is rolled, okay? When the ball is rolled, we want to first get around the ball, okay? Sometimes this can be taken too far.
We do have one thing here, one question,
Yeah.
just to clarify. Baseball ready. So this is what Coach is talking about right now. You do hear baseball ready a lot. So getting into our ready position, you can call it whatever you want. Coach, if you want to elaborate, you do hear baseball ready a lot. So if you want to elaborate a little bit on that.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't care what you call it or how you do it, as long as you get ready. I think that the kids do like baseball ready. That's a fun term to hear. So I think that they do like that term. I'm trying to think of anything else that I've heard it called. Do you think of anything?
No, just ready position, baseball ready, good athletic position, stuff like that.
Yeah, I've heard a bunch of different ways. Of course, I can't think of them right now, but as long as they are ready on time, that's all that's important for me. So we'll get back. So we're in our ready position. The ground ball is hit to us. Okay, again, we're just talking about ground balls right at us, right? So if this is the ground ball, what we're talking about when we get around the ball is in my opinion, we just want to get a half step around the ball. Okay, there's a couple of reasons that we want to do this. The answer to this is always so that we're getting our momentum going towards first base, which of course I agree with, okay? But I think that the biggest reason is so that we can see the hops of the ball. When we're right in line with the ball coming at us, it's hard to see how the ball is hopping. And you guys know how important it is to pick our hops, all right? We want to get the big hop or we want to get the short hop, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But in order for us to even see the hops, the first thing that we got to do is we got to take that little, I call it a jab step, to get outside of the baseball so that we can now see the hops, whether we might decide that we need to get it really hard, or we might decide, well, I might want to hang out back here a little bit and kind of wait for it. Okay, it just depends on what kind of hop you're looking for. So, after we get around it, I'm a righty, so I'm going to go right, and then my glove foot is going to land when I go to field the baseball. If I'm a lefty, my glove foot is still going to land when I field it. Okay, so it's going to be left and then right, because that's my glove side foot. All right, so it's all about your glove side foot here. And to add on to that, we want our glove side foot to land when we field the ball. Okay, and we'll do a drill for that in just a second. So we'll go through what we've gone over so far. Good ready position, ball's hit. I'm going to take this jab step. I'm going to get outside of the baseball just so I can see the hops and get my momentum going to first. I'm going to come up and field it, chop my feet, slow my body down, get under control. Right, left, because I'm a righty, field the ball. Okay, after we field the ball, we're going to do very simple, we're just going to shuffle. Okay, there's different ways to do it. You hear some coaches say right, left. I'm not a huge fan of stepping in front. I'm a shuffle fan. Okay, so field it, shuffle for a routine play, and that's how we would make our throw. Okay, so we'll get a little bit deeper into how to field it exactly, what kind of positions we should be in. This is a little bit more advanced, but it is important, okay? So we want our backside to be about 90 degrees with our legs, okay? So knee in line with our hips, so our butt is down, okay? And then I want my back, this is advanced, but we want our back to be flat with the ground, okay? So if you'll see right here, I'll do it this way. I go to field it. Hopefully my back is flat with the ground, but that's what I'm trying to do here. Back flat, and I'm going to work out of it and take my shovels. Anything with balls right at us, Coach Schubert?
Yeah, so one other thing, in addition, and Coach mentioned it, with our legs especially, one thing you see at the younger ages is a lot of kids going down because they're taught to get their butt down, kind of go into a catcher squat, where they go too far down. One thing you see if you look at any high-level infielder, right, that butt isn't going to be too far down. It's not going to be way down here. Again, we become less athletic. We're not going to be able to move as quick as if I'm keeping my butt a little bit higher, but my chest is still getting forward. I don't want Don't want to get confused about that. We still get our chest forward in order to be able to get that glove out in front. Again, being a good infielder, we're getting that ball out in front a lot. Being a good outfielder, we're getting that ball out in front, not letting it get too deep on us. But yeah, other than that.
All right, so we'll get into our first drill. Okay, I'll explain how I have the cone set up. So this cone is the starting spot. All right, so I'm going to be here, just right over top of it. All right, this cone right here is simulating getting around the ball. Okay, so again, you can see how far I have it outside of the baseball. It's not very far. Like I said, just a half a step. We don't need anything crazy. I think this is a good drill if someone really struggles with this to make it farther, okay? But just understand that is an over-exaggeration, right? We don't want to be going to field the ball, going super far outside. Now we're losing time to where we could have fielded it closer to first base, okay? So just a half step right outside. So I'll kind of run through a little dry run here. So I get into my ready position, ball is hit. I'm just taking this half step, just barely getting outside of this cone here. I'm going to field it at this cone. The third cone is the fielding cone. So that's where I'm going to field it. This cone right here, we want to work through. So before we throw the baseball, we need to get to that cone, meaning that we're gaining ground towards first base. Okay? A big thing that we see with especially younger players, they field it, and they want to stay right where they're at, versus gaining ground and getting closer to first base and keeping their body in rhythm. So we're going to field it, shuffles, get through it, and make our throw. Okay? You can even add a fifth cone to this to make sure that they're following through, which would be somewhere up there. So after they release the ball, they're going to follow through. Their feet should keep moving towards that cone. All right? Coach Schubert, you want to roll me some?
Yeah, of course.
Ready position. I'm going to run up, got around it, make my throw. Something that you saw, another important thing, again, I mentioned it earlier. What I did when I was here, when I got to the getting around it cone, was that I started to chop my feet. Because if I don't chop my feet, I'm probably going to end up being out of control when I go to field it. My head's going to be bouncing all over the place, probably going to end up booting it. We'll go through one more. Again, working through this last cone here, hopefully getting maybe even well past it before we release the ball. Coach, you got anything for this drill?
No, that's awesome. Just make sure we stay athletic, keep our feet moving. Use your body to throw that ball to first base. Don't rely just on your arm. It's great to have a strong arm, but use your body. Use your body.
All right. So we'll get into one more routine ground ball drill here. Okay, Coach said something right there that is an interesting topic. He said keep your feet moving, all right? What does that mean exactly? What that means to me, you hear a lot of people say that, but sometimes it's hard to explain. What that means to me is that we want our left foot to land when we catch the ball, okay? So there's a couple different variations of how we can do this. And again, I say left foot because I'm a righty, so my glove side foot. Just want to make that clear. If I'm a lefty, then it would be my right foot. So my glove side foot landing when I catch the baseball, all right? So this drill right here, like to do with rolls again, all right? We'll start out with a little bit easier one. So I'm going to start with my left foot again, righty. So my left toe is going to be off of the ground here, okay? What I'm going to do is my toe is going to go down when I'm catching the ball. So when the ball is hitting my glove, I'm going to fully put my foot on the ground. And then I'm going to go ahead and shuffle just like I normally would in a game, all right? So I'm here, left foot's gonna go down when I catch it, and this is how you keep your feet moving again. All right, we'll do one more. Left foot here, down, and that's how we keep our body in rhythm, right? So what this drill works on is when you hear a lot of coaches or parents say, your feet are stopping moving. So you go down, you're waiting for the ball, it's still way up there, your feet aren't moving anymore, and a lot of times we end up kicking the ball or making an error because our feet got stagnant, our body got stagnant, we weren't moving anymore with the ball, okay? The last drill for this one, it's basically the same thing. It's a little bit more advanced, okay? We just start on one foot. Same thing with the roll. Coach is going to roll it, and I want my foot to land when I go to field it. So this is kind of me getting around it here. I'm on one foot. Left foot down when I catch the ball. Again, this is how we keep our body in rhythm. I was a little bit early right there for sure, okay? Good drill to work on all of that stuff. Coach, you got anything?
No, that's great. Yeah, just keep our feet moving. Do the best you can to try to get that left foot to hit the ground as that ball's going into our glove, to keep everything continuous, moving towards your target, right, towards the bag. It's going to make everything a lot smoother. The best infielders you see are always the ones that are nice and smooth, and this is a big part of it.
Yep. All right. So now we'll move. Do we have any questions, Coach?
Still good. Nope.
All right.
Nothing yet. Yeah, if you guys have any questions at any point, please feel free to ask.
Please do.
We will answer it as soon as we can.
All right. So we're moving right along. We'll talk about forehands now. Okay. A forehand, I'm a righty, is a ball to my left or my glove side. If I'm a lefty, ball to my right or my glove side. All right. There's a couple different kinds of forehands. There's one where we're going to have to spin. That one we're normally working in a backwards angle here. Or the other one is where we're working straight across, maybe, or in. All right? So, forehands, very simple. We're going to field them. Leg, we always want to be in our legs, just like we were when we were doing routine ground balls, okay? I'm in my legs. Just like Coach was talking about, we get our butt down, not too far, but it's down. I'm in my legs. My head is close to the ground, back flat, all right? So when we go for forehands, we're going to be fielding these ones on the run, all right? So we're going to catch the ball out in front of our left foot or our glove side foot, right? So that's how it would look for a righty, a lefty, be the other way, all right? All of these are the same for righties and lefties. All right, so you want to just go through one really quick, Coach?
Yep.
All right. So this is a drill in itself, okay? Coach and I, we're pretty big on doing realistic drills here, right? So I'm just going to be in my fielding position. Coach is just going to roll it over there. We love rolls. It's slower paced.
Go that way a little bit, Coach, for me.
Yeah.
Right there, right there. That's perfect. Yep.
It's slower paced, right, when we go with the roll. So it's a little bit easier to work on our footwork, okay? So we're going to go with the roll here. Ball to my right, ready position. And I'm going to catch it just like this. Now, where this gets interesting is what we're going to do after, okay? Most kids do a pretty good job of getting to this one, especially since it's a tougher play than the routine right at us ground balls. So they enjoy doing these ones. So they really enjoy them, and they're pretty good at them, okay? So what's going to happen here, this is one where I just went straight across. I felt like I had really good control of my body, and I didn't feel like I needed to do a spin, okay? When I would need to do a spin is when I'm going super fast, not out of control. Of course, we're controlling our body, but we're moving very fast, right? And if I don't spin, I'm going to end up falling backwards, all right? So this one, again, we'll go through one more. I'm under control. I'm fielding it. Ready position. Left foot's in front, obviously, because I'm a righty, so glove side foot. Okay. What's going to happen after this? Again, I'm under control on this one. I don't feel that I need to spin. So I'm just going to go with the quick shuffle to get myself working back towards first base. So I'm here, shuffle, working back towards first. So now we'll put it all together. Working back towards first. Now this one right here is the one where I'm going to have to spin. Okay? I might have to time this up because we don't have a huge space right now. All right? So I might have to wait a little bit. But what you're going to see is that I'm going to be moving a little bit faster. So in order for me to get my momentum to work back towards first, to get my, get my body in a good throwing position, I'm going to have to spin. Okay, when we do the spin, by the middle.
You're good, Coach. You're good. Right there. Yeah.
All right. So when I do the spin here, I'm going to catch it, and my right foot has to be really strong. So I'm going to take my right foot in front, and I'm going to plant it in the ground so that I can be strong off of this and redirect my momentum going towards first. What happens a lot of times is that if we're weak with this leg, we're going to go to spin, and we're just going to fall backwards, and we're going to get an error throw. All right? So we're going to be strong with our leg here. Field, everything is low, everything is down, strong. Get my momentum going back towards first. Coach, you got anything with forehands?
Yeah, so one thing, just to reiterate, again, you hear us talk about a lot, is just the posture, especially on just routine forehands. One big thing that we want to make sure that we don't do as I'm coming up to make my throw is losing my posture and standing straight up. One thing you'll notice that Coach did when he was going through the demonstration is he did a really, really good job of keeping his chest forward as he was getting ready to throw. Again, really, really helps us stay under control, helps us stay athletic. Posture is huge. Posture is huge for everything about baseball. So even if we're on the run, making these kind of plays, we want to make sure we keep our posture under control, make sure we keep good posture the entire time so that we are able to stay under control, make better throws.
Yep, I agree. All right, so now we'll move on to backhands, unless anyone has any questions, Coach.
All right, so when you have to spin, is the ball fielding in front or behind your glove side foot?
So I would say that is determined by how hard the ball is hit, if you're on time or not. Okay, what I mean by on time is, are we getting there a little bit earlier? Or are we getting there a little bit later? I would say most of the time you're probably going to field it just behind your glove side foot. Okay, it's going to make for a little bit easier of a transfer. But I would say that it's determined by what time, how on time you are. It's a good question.
Yeah, great question.
Any
Good.
others?
No, that's good for right now.
All right. So we'll move on to backhands. All right. There's two kinds of backhands. One we're going to be able to work through, which I would say is the goal. And there's going to be another one where we're going to be on the run, kind of like the spin. All right. So with the one where we're able to work through it, we talked about left foot landing earlier. It's going to be the same thing here for our backhands. Right. So I'm going to grab the ball really quick. So this is the ball that isn't necessarily smoked in the hole. Okay, so let's say I'm playing shortstop. It's not the ball that's crushed right in the hole where we're going to have to field it on the run. This is the one where we're going to have time to work through it. But we don't have enough time to get in front of it. So in my opinion, if you're ever going to field a baseball and you're going to try and get in front of it, and you're going to field it and your body's going to be moving backwards, then you should have backhanded it. Okay? We don't want to be moving backwards. And I understand that get in front of it, get in front of it, get in front of it. And I'm, especially for the younger kids, okay, encourage them to get in front of as many balls as they can. But as we get older, that's not always going to be true because we need our momentum going towards first. So again, if we're ever going to field the ball, and we're going to be moving backwards as we're fielding it, so we're moving away from first, then in my opinion, that should turn into a backhand where we're going to work through it. The footwork for working through it here, ready position, okay, pretend this ball is probably a little bit farther away. I'm running over to it. I'm going to go right foot, left foot, and I'm catching the ball when my left foot lands. Same thing as the routine ground balls, okay? So, in regards to the question that was asked earlier, this one I think that we want to catch somewhere in between our eyes, so right underneath our eyes, and our front foot. If we get too deep, now we lose sight of it, our arm gets stiff. If we're too far in front, now our arm again gets stiff. An important thing here, and we talked about it in our short hops video, we never want our glove arm to get straight. So if our arm gets straight, my hands get stiff. Okay? So I'll go through it one more time. Backhand, this is just what I call this one is a routine backhand. Right? This isn't the crazy play in the hole like I was saying. So this is a routine play, especially as you get older. Right? This should be an out. Okay? So we're going right foot, left foot. This time I'm catching it right in line with my left foot. And I'm just going to shuffle out of it and make my throw. Just a normal shuffle and throw. Okay? So again, that one's the goal. That's what we want Every time. That's an easier play than the one that we're about to work on. Any questions with that, Coach, or anything to add?
One thing to add, again, just my personal preference. This is up to you guys, what you like. I'm big into teaching. Like, if we get to a routine backhand, one thing that I like to tell them, okay, is as I'm fielding it, I am trying to get my body to kind of shift back to where I'm trying to throw the ball. Just a pre-momentum kind of movement, just as I'm fielding it. Okay, just like Coach said, okay, keeping this nice and bent. And then we're starting our shuffle towards first. Just something small right there.
Yeah, no doubt. So we always want to be working through the ball. I agree 100%. So we'll move on. No questions, Coach?
Nope, still good.
All right.
Got the Maccabees saying hello.
Hello, hello. What's up, fellas? All right, so we're going to work on the tough backhand play now. So this isn't the routine one. This is the one where this is the good play that you see in the hole, right? Everyone's like, that was a great play. Okay? So we're going to catch this one on the run. So we're running full speed probably, right? This time we're going to catch it with our left foot in front most likely, okay? Sometimes you do see some with the right foot in front, but I think more than what we want is our left foot to be in front, and I'll explain why in a second. All right, so we're going through it. I'm running as fast as I can. I catch it. This one I'm trying to catch in line or in front of my throwing side foot, okay? Or my glove side foot, excuse me, right? We don't want to catch this one back here, in my opinion. Again, we start to get stiff, but sometimes you do have to be an athlete, and that's just the play that you're going to have to make, okay? So we'll go through it one more time, and then I'm going to add the footwork in this time. So I'm running full speed, catching it, left side foot, all right? Now my right foot, just like the spin, has to stick in the ground, okay? Again, when we're weak with this arm side foot, we get this falling backwards kind of throw. And those are the ones that you usually see sail into the dugout, right? So, we'll go through it, running full speed, left foot, stick your right foot in the ground, and now we can go get our momentum as best we can, moving back towards first. Again, this is the play that's a really good play for shortstop, or a second baseman, or a third baseman, okay? This isn't an easy play. So, are we going to get our full momentum going back towards first? No. We're not going to have time for a shuffle, most likely. So we're going to catch it. Right foot stick, left foot throw. Coach, you want to roll me a few?
Yep, we do have one question.
All right.
Should your wrist move or stay stiff when you do a backhand?
So, I'm a big fan of keeping our wrist in a neutral position, but stiff, okay? So we don't want to bring our wrist back like this. We don't want to have it this way. Okay, we definitely never want to let our fingers get outside of our arm like this. All right? So I'm a fan of neutral and keeping it stiff. Coach, would you agree?
100% agree. And can you show how that applies to also just routine as well?
Yeah.
Like how do we set up our glove?
So routine again. I feel like I'm in a neutral position here. When I stay neutral, the tip of my glove gets on the ground, just like we want. Something else that we see, at least I do a lot, Coach, you might see this too.
Yes, all the time.
Yeah. We put the back of our hand on the ground like this. And what happens is the top of our glove is now in the way of a ground ball. So, if we stay in this neutral position, just like here, the tip of our glove is going to be on the ground, creating a lot of space for the ball to go in. Same thing on the backhands. Again, I feel neutral right here. And then same thing on forehands, I feel neutral. Coach, agree?
Yes.
All right. So we'll go through some examples here. Again, this is the tough play, so we'll start with the one where we can work back through it. Ready position, right, left, working back through it, make my throw, okay? Again, just like Coach was saying, I'm working through it before I ever catch it, right? All right, we'll go through one more. Right, work through it, make my throw to first. Now we'll go on to the tougher backhand play, to the one where we're going to catch it on the run.
Good.
Stick your right foot. Try and get our momentum going back towards first. Again, when we're going full speed on this one, it's not likely that we're going to be able to get here and really get back going towards first base. It's probably not going to happen, so just understand that. Stick my right foot. Now I felt like I was in as best throwing position as I could get right there. All right, so we'll go through a drill here that incorporates everything that we've talked about so far. This is probably my favorite drill, because within this drill, I think that we can have every play that an infielder would have to make, okay? So, I call it the bucket drill just because I usually use a bucket, but we'll use a cone for today. So I'm going to start at the cone. Coach, this is important in a second, but coach is going to roll it at the cone or bucket every single time. So no matter which side I end up being on, the ball is going towards the cone. I, as the player, the fielder, I know where the ball is going, okay? Which is, again, it's easier to work on your footwork when you know where the ball is going, right? So that's what we're working on here, working on our technique, working on our mechanics. So let's just make it easy. You know where the ball is going. All right. So we'll start out with the routine. This is just a ground ball right at me, working on everything we've talked about. Right, left foot landing, flip it back, okay? After I go through the middle, you can do that as many times as you want. You can go through 5 times, 10 times, whatever you as the coach or the player, whatever you want, okay? Then we can move over to the left side. Now, because I'm right, now this turns into the backhand, all right? So I know where the ball's going, so I can think in my head already, all right, I know what footwork I need to work on here. So I'm going to work through it. Left foot landing, got into my throwing position. All right, now I'm going to work back around to the right side. Now this is going to be a forehand, okay? Ready position. When you have the forehands, okay, sometimes you can consider so forehands on the forehand side, sometimes we're able to get in front of it. Obviously that's ideal as long as we're under control, okay? So sometimes when we're doing this drill, that's what I would start out with. I would consider the one that I just did, where I was running this way, I'm able to get in front of it. I'll consider that the same routine kind of play as the backhand where we're able to work through it, all right? So now we're back to the middle, and you can do this with as many players as you want. Again, that's why I love this drill. It goes quick. You can have them throw to first base if you want. You can have them throw 45 feet, so you cut first base down. Or you could just have them make a pile in a bucket. If you're using a bucket, you can have them put the balls in the bucket and switch when you run out. So we'll go through one more time. Right at us. Just a routine play. Now I'm going to go to this side. This time, coach is going to roll it harder because now we're going to work on the tough backhand play. Alright. Same thing, a little bit harder this time, so it's going to be the spin. Yep. Alright, so again, with this drill, you can do any kind of ground ball. You name it, you can do it. That's why, again, this is my favorite infield drill because we can work on every single play that might happen in the games.
So we do have one question.
All right.
Is there any reason to do a backhand at first base?
Yeah. So I imagine that I'm a left-handed first baseman, ball hit down the line. We might have to make a play down the line where we backhand it, make a good flip to first. There is a time, again, this one gets a little bit more advanced, but there is a time where a righty would have to backhand it for sure, especially if it's hit hard. If it's hit slower, now that gets into whether or not the second baseman should field it, and you should cover first. But absolutely, there's time everyone is going to have to make a backhanded play in the infield.
Yep.
Anything else?
That's all for right now.
All right. So now we'll move on to short hops. And again, with the bucket drill, you can add in slow rollers to this as well. All right. So slow roller footwork. There's 2 ways to field a slow roller. Okay. One-handed or 3. One-handed with your glove, 2-handed with your both hands, and then one is going to be a most kids learn first. Okay, so one thing on slow rollers, we are catching the ball on the run. We're not stopping our feet at any point. Okay, so we're going to catch it on the run. We're working through it. Okay, our feet never stop moving. All right. So with the one-handed, there's kind of two ways that I've seen it done before, and it kind of depends on how much time you have. Again, we can get into more advanced stuff, but the fastest one we'll get into, we'll do that one first, okay? It's going to be fielding with our right foot in front. So we're going to go right. So our right foot's going to land when we catch the ball. Left, right, make our throw. Again, that's going to be faster than the other way that you can do it. And again, it kind of depends on how much time you have. So this one isn't, it's not like this one isn't useful, okay? With our left foot in front, right, left, right, throw. So you can see that one is 3 steps. The other one that we did first with our right foot in front, or our throwing side foot, okay? Throwing side foot in front is going to be faster than our left side foot in front. Any questions with that or anything you want to add to that one, Coach?
No, that's right. Yeah, just get comfortable with these. Again, these are plays that are eventually, as you get higher level, going to have to be fairly routine plays. Like coaches expect you to make them. Obviously, they're tough, but it's something that you do have to work on and that you definitely want to perfect as you move up in the game.
No doubt, for sure. So we'll go through all 3 of them and then we'll work on them. The next one is the two-handed play. Okay, this one is I don't want to say super advanced, but it's more advanced, right? But the younger that you start working on this one, the better things will be. This is probably this one in the bare hand. We'll talk about it in a second, but I think those 2 are the fastest. Okay, so we're going down with 2 hands. Our left foot is going to be in front for this one. So we're catching it when our left foot lands. So we're running. Left foot lands. Right foot, make our throw. Okay? That's the same footwork as when we go bare hands. We're going right, left foot landing. Right throw. Okay? Now, Coach and I were talking about this earlier. I don't know that the bare hand is any quicker than the two-handed one because the footwork is the exact same. So yes, there's no transfer, but I don't know that our transfer really slows us down. So I always lean towards the side, especially if the ball is moving with any kind of speed. We want to use both hands, okay? Again, I think it's just as fast as the bare hand, and you have your glove, so it makes it a little bit easier, okay? So we'll go through a couple examples here. We'll go through the three-step one first. So we're going one hand. We're going to have 3 steps after we catch the ball. So ready position. Line up. Left foot in front. Make our throw. Okay? So again, I caught that one with my left foot in front. So there was 3 steps. That one you probably have more time with the runner, but it's still a slow roller play where you feel like you need to run through it. The next one will go with the 2-step one-handed one. So my right foot's going to be in front here. Left, right, make our throw. And then we'll go, now we'll move on to 2 hands. So this one, again, my left foot is going to be in front this time. Going off of our right foot for all of these. Then we'll go bare hand for one, Coach.
Yep.
This is the slower one. Okay, so that ball, I don't know if you saw, but it was moving slower than the other one, so I felt comfortable going with the bare hand. Coach, you have anything to add to those?
Do you just want to elaborate where we're throwing from, reiterate different arm angles, the importance of it?
Yeah. So, Coach mentioned it earlier. He talks about posture, okay? When we're fielding balls on the run, our posture is going to be a little bit lower. Naturally, we go down to field it. My posture is lower. My posture is lower, okay? So when I go to throw this ball, I don't want to stand up because now my head has changed, my momentum has changed. We're not working where we want to anymore. So any kind of slow roller, we are throwing from lower arm slot, okay? Because of our chest, because of our posture. So my posture is lower. I want to stay low through this. And now I'm going to be throwing, and you'll see some MLB players who go from really far down, right? Because they keep their posture and they stay low. Do you have anything to add to that, Coach?
No, again, that's just something that we have, as a high-level infielder, we have to be able to do. We can't always throw from over the top. Just being athletic, being quick, you have to be able to throw from sidearm, okay, underside arm, right? It's just something you have to do in order to be able to make these higher-level plays.
No doubt. All right. So now we'll get into a bunch of different drills here. Unless, Coach, you think there's anything else we need to touch on?
No, that was good. That was
All right.
good.
So, we'll start out with, we did our left foot landing drill. We'll go into our dailies, okay? Again, we did a video on this with the wall, right? But we're going to spice it up a little bit, add a little bit more into it today, all right? So we're going to go on our knees. We'll start on our knees. And right here, am I good right here, Coach?
You can come up a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, you're good there.
All right. So, with this one, you can do one hand, just your glove. You can take your glove off and do that. There's a lot that you can do with these, okay? Again, we're going short hops. We're working through it here, keeping our posture, staying low, all right? But we're going to add in, then we're going to go rapid fire. So, what this drill works on is getting the ball out of our glove quickly, okay? As infielders, we have to be able to get the ball out of our glove quick, whether we're talking about double plays, whether we're talking about ground balls, okay? We want to know where the ball is at all times, right? We don't want to fumble the ball and then have to add in more steps, and now the runner might be safe because we're going slower. So this is just a drill to work on your transfers, getting the ball out of your glove as quick as you can, all right? So we're just going to go rapid fire. We'll go 4 in a row. Get it out, get it out, get it out, okay? Again, this is a fun drill. I think the kids will like it because they're getting the ball out of their glove quickly. It challenges them. Sorry, I hit the camera.
Yeah.
But it challenges them to work fast, right? Most kids like to work fast, like to do things quickly. So that's a fun one that you can do. You can even add in backhands to this, where we're going to go. So now I turn my body, we're going backhands. So we'll go 4 in a row. Transfer, transfer, transfer. Okay? I messed up the first one. But again, I'm just working through it, bringing it back to the center of my body, getting the ball out of my glove as quick as we can. We can do 4 hands with this one too. All right. Again, I messed up another one of those. What's going to happen? Another drill that we can do. Now we go on our feet and do the same thing. You can back up with this one and start throwing the balls if you want, or you can stay underhand. What this one is good for is that we're presetting our body position. So we've already gotten into our good fielding position, okay, with our butt down. Our back is hopefully flat to the ground, hands out in front. And we're just going to go quick transfers. We'll go 4 here. Okay, we're just trying to get the ball out of our glove as quickly as we can. You can do backhands, we won't go through those, but you can do backhands the same way. You can do forehands the same way that we did on our knees. Okay? Coach, anything with that?
No, that's great. Do you want to talk about when I'm fielding the ball, when I'm transferring, when I'm pulling my arm back? How do I pull my arm back? What am I trying to do with the ball? What kind of grip am I trying to get?
Yeah, no doubt. So the first thing that we want to do, okay, the air coaches say it all the time, field the ball first, right? So the way to work on that is just as simple as being on our knees and we're doing the transfer drill that we were just doing. We want to work through the short hop, okay, and then we can bring it back to the center of our body, okay? Still out in front, still we're bringing it all the way back. We get stiff in here. So we're still out in front, where we bring it back, our body moves closer, we get the ball out of our glove, okay? The grip that I'm trying to use is just a simple 4 seam. That's the ball that goes the fastest and the straightest. So 4 seam, find the C, fingers on the C. Okay? For the backhands, again, we're working through it first, then we can make our transfer. Okay, so it's important, that we're fielding the ball first before we start trying to make our transfer or start trying to get our feet going crazy fast or something like that. Okay, the number one thing that we have to do is field the ball first.
Awesome.
Good?
Good.
All right. The next drill is a little bit more advanced, but most kids are able to do it. Okay, it's pick your hop. All right, so there's different kinds of hops that we can get. One in particular that we do not want. Right, so with the 2 that we do want, we want a big hop, so that's the one where it takes a hop. So So it hits the ground. We're catching it somewhere at the top, at the apex, right? Okay, or on the way down too. And then the other one is a short hop where we're going to catch it. So it's bouncing right here. This is the one that we were just working on. We're working through it. We're catching that one. The one that we don't want is the in-between hop. Okay? So that's the one that bounces somewhere in between a short hop and a long hop where the ball is still working up. Okay? So, again, long hop, we either catch it at the top or the way down. The short hop, we're just catching it like right when it bounces. The one that gives infielders the most trouble, and so we just want to avoid it, is the in-between hop. And again, that's the one where we're trying to catch it while it's still moving up, and a lot of times it ends up hitting our wrist, or it hits the heel of our glove and kicks. Okay? So we want the big hop or the short hop. Coach, anything with that?
No, that's good stuff.
All right. So the drill that we use to work on that, and you can use a tennis ball or a baseball, okay? It'll of course be easier with the tennis ball, is that coach is going to tell me what hop he wants me to get, and no matter how I field it, I have to get that hop, okay? So we'll go through a couple. What am I getting first, coach?
We'll go short hop.
Short hop. So I'm trying to field the ball on the short hop. I'm intentionally doing that. Here we go. Obviously right there, again, like I said, it doesn't matter how you field it. Is that an ideal fielding position? No. But coach said the short hop, so that's what I was working towards. Again, this is just a drill. I had to stay back right there to get the short hop. We'll go long hop this time, coach?
Yep.
So I saw I had to step up there, okay? Get the ball right before it hit the ground. I caught the long hop. Okay, that's a fun drill to do. You can do that with coaches just throwing it right now. You can even do that on the field with ground balls. Okay? Anything with that, coach?
No, that's good. Decision making is super important. Right? You got to work on your decision making. This is a great way to do it. Pretty simple way to do it. You can do it at home. Do it at the field before games, before practices. Always work on your decision making. It makes a big difference.
No doubt. Sometimes as infielders, just to add on to that, okay? I think there's a misconception out there, especially with younger players, that they have to get the big hop. Obviously, that one probably is the easiest, no doubt. But as we get older, sometimes we have to get the short hop, and that's perfectly fine. That one is not really too much harder to field than the big hop, in my opinion. So, whichever one that you're trying to get, just make sure that you make that decision. Like Coach said, that's what this show is for, decision making. You can go get it. All right? So I'll move on now. Just a drill that not going to really be able to do it here, okay? But a pop-up drill, right? You can use a tennis racket and hit like wiffle balls or tennis balls. You can just throw balls up. Most kids love pop-ups. I remember when my brother was younger, that's all he ever wanted, okay? Pop-ups are fun, so if that gets your son or your daughter interested in playing baseball, then that's what you should work on. Another drill that we can do, I'm going to grab a PVC pipe really quick. So this is a bad hop drill, okay? So coach is going to roll me ground balls. You can use a PVC pipe, you can use a broomstick, you can use anything that you think would work, okay? Those are the two things that come to my mind. But coach is just going to roll the ball. It's going to hit this PVC pipe. Sometimes as infielders, hopefully not too often, we get bad hops, right? It's going to happen to everyone, okay? So what we're working on here is I know it's going to hit the PVC pipe. It's going to pop up, all right? So we just got to be an athlete and field the ball. We'll go try a couple, see how they go. Oh, this is a tough one. Okay? Again, that's a tough drill. It's a little bit easier with tennis balls, a little bit more fun. The balls bounce a little bit higher. Okay? You can also add in, like where coach would hop it, so the ball would have some hops to it. Okay? And we don't know if the ball going to hit the PVC pipe or not. We don't know. So we just have to be ready for both. Obviously, we want to be ready for the routine hop, and then we react to the bad hop. All right? Coach, anything with that one?
Yeah, just going along with that, can you explain what happens if you bobble the ball, it hits your glove, it's on the ground? Do we just give up on it? What do we do?
So, if we bobble the ball, here, I'll get this out of here. So let's say ball takes a bad hop, hits my chest, it's out in front now, okay? one of the biggest things that I see younger kids do, and I think, Coach, we've talked about this, I think you see it too, okay, is that players pick it up and they go back to their glove. All you're doing when you do that is waste time, okay? So again, we're picking up with our bare hand. We don't want to pick it up with our glove, because then we start getting this pick it up, drop it, now the runner's definitely safe, okay? A big thing with getting a bad hop, or even a good hop and you just miss the ball, stay under control. You still have time to get the out. Especially if it bounces again. If it hits my forearm in my chest and it's right out in front, okay? I still have time to get this out right here, right? So stay under control, pick it up with your bare hand, a little shuffle when we get into our throwing position to make a good throw, okay? Don't freak out. Don't start trying to go super fast. We're just trying to get the ball up super fast. Stay under control. Pick it up with your bare hand. Don't go back to your glove. Take your shuffle and make a good throw.
Yeah, that's another thing that you guys can work on. It's very underrated, but you guys can roll each other ground balls. Whoever's fielding it can let it pop off their glove, use the back of their glove, have it set right in front of them. Work on, again, not panicking, staying under control, but moving quick. Again, that's just another variation of ground balls that you can work on. Again, it's going to be beneficial because there are going to be times when you're in a game, it hits off your glove, hits off your chest, and you still have to make a play, right? So that's another thing you can add into your daily routine of just bobbled balls that is going to happen.
Yeah. So a couple more drills that we have. Another one is a diving drill. Again, the kids love this one, right? So you can have them start on their knees, and then they're just going to you'll just roll the ball over there, right? And they're just going to dive. It's a little bit easier when we're on our knees, not as far as the dive, but I'm sure they would love to stay on their feet and dive. And again, just work on diving plays. Some important things about diving plays is that when we lay out, we're on the ground, okay, we catch the ball, we want to bring our hands in, and then we're trying to bring our knees to our chest. So when we pop up, we're going knees to chest, okay? Get your knees up as quick as you can. Again, one of the big things that I see when players make diving plays, sometimes they're surprised that they caught the ball, or they're like, oh, I caught it. And then, hey, you still have to throw the runner out, right? So as soon as you catch it, get up, make your throw, okay? So again, yes, this is a fun drill, but you can also add in, again, lay out, push up, knees to chest. Coach, anything with that one?
No, again, that's another great thing to work on that is going to happen in a game. You're going to try to make diving plays. If we haven't worked on it, you're not going to know what to do when it actually happens in a game. So this is another easy way to make playing catch, just at-home drill work more fun, is doing things like this, because it's a little bit different than what you're used to. But again, you're still working on something. You're still making yourself a better player, because this is something that will happen in a game eventually. It's not something that happens every game, but it is something that we need to be ready for. We need to prepare for.
Yeah, agreed. So the last drill that I have on here, okay, is just have fun, right? So what I think of when I used to love to do it when I was a kid, try and catch the ground ball and bring it between my legs and throw it, or catch it on the run and go behind my back, right? There's a bunch of fun stuff that you can do, and I encourage all kids to do those, okay? Have fun. It is beneficial because you're learning. Again, we're working on our transfers there. We're learning how our hands work, how our glove works, how our body works, okay? So again, this is a fun drill, right? But it is beneficial, right? Coach, anything with that?
No, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Have fun doing this stuff. Make it your own, right? Be creative with what you're doing at home. Make it as enjoyable as possible, still accomplishing stuff, still being productive, but have fun doing it. That's a big takeaway, is we got to enjoy this. It's got to be a fun activity. We got to look forward to doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah? Any more drills you can think of, Coach?
I think for right now, that's good. It covers everything. Yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions about anything, if you guys are curious about anything, please ask. We're more than happy to answer anything, show you anything.
So one last thing, hopefully as people are typing up some questions, okay? But with our glove, all right? And this is a big thing that we see with the younger kids, and of course, when they're in Little League or, super young, we don't really say anything or anything like that, okay? But we want our glove to be working out, okay? That gives us the most space for the ball to go in, right? Sometimes some players have some gloves that kind of look like this, again, there's not a lot of surface area there. There's not a lot of room for air, okay? So when we're breaking in a glove, I'm a big fan of just playing catch with it. I'm not a big fan of tying anything around your glove. This is me personally. I was never a big oil your glove fan, okay? Some players do that. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just never did it, okay? I just played catch with my glove, and that's how I like to break it in. That way it would break in the way that I like to squeeze it, that my hand works, right? But again, a big thing, I want this working, so the right side of my glove is working this direction, the left side is working that direction, so that I have a lot of space here for the ball to go into my glove. Coach, you got anything with that?
Nope. Yeah, that's great. Just give yourself the best chance to field the ball. Make that glove as big as you can.
No doubt.
Ethan Versace misses us. We miss you too, Ethan.
Yeah, we miss you too, buddy.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Mrs. Cassidy, who lost the most weight in our weight loss competition?
Your son. Just kidding. It was Coach Hubert. I didn't want to admit it. Coach Hubert won.
Anything else? We appreciate you guys watching, taking the time to tune in and watch. Again, if you guys have any other questions, comments, please feel free to ask.
Nothing?
I think that's it.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. We enjoyed this. We love having you guys on with us.
Yeah, please, if you guys ever have any questions, even though we're not on here, just send us emails. We're happy to answer anything. If you ever need any help, please let us know. Yeah, we really appreciate you guys tuning in. It means a lot to us, taking your time.
All right.
All right. We will see you guys soon. Next one's going to be on Thursday, talking about some pitching. And then we're going to have a really, really, really special one on Saturday. It's going to be a pre-recorded coaches panel. A lot of great coaches. Please tune in. There's a lot of knowledge, so please tune into that one.
Can't wait to watch that one.
Keaton, Justice, say hi.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, boys? How you doing? Hopefully you guys are doing well, staying safe, staying productive. But I think that's it.
All right.
We will see you guys later.
Thank you all for tuning in.